STEM is an acronym for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Introducing these concepts in early childhood curriculum is important and can be a great way to make these topics approachable for your students. In today's session, we will read an illustrated children's book that focuses on the importance of exploration in nature. After the reading, we will discuss how to prepare for an activity you can do with your class that embraces these STEM concepts. Over and Under the Pond by Kate Messner, with art by Christopher Silius-Neal.
Over the pond we slide, splashing through lily pads, sweeping through reeds. The water's a mirror, reflecting the sky, sunshine and clouds, then a shadow below. What's down there, I ask.
Under the pond, Mom says. Under the pond is a whole hidden world of minnows and crayfish, turtles and bullfrogs. We're paddling over them now. Over the pond we skim past tall rushes. Whirligig beetles loop and twirl, skaters on a warm summer surface. Under the pond, minnows dart through waving forests of grass, while a brook trout lurks, ready to lunge.
Over the pond we lift and dip and pull past a row of painted turtles on a waterlogged tree. 1, 2, 3! They slip off and away, splash, gurgle, sploosh, under the pond. Over the pond, cattails rustle and shush in the wind. Listen close. Cooklery! Red-winged birds race by. One has grass for her nest. Under the pond, a caddisfly larva builds a home of her own, a secret shelter of pebbles and sand.
Over the pond, shadows of trees lean out from the shore. We coast under a low-hanging branch. A moose looks up with a mouthful of water lilies. We've interrupted his lunch. Under the pond, beavers dive deep. They pump with powerful tails and rise to the surface with delectable roots from the mud. Over the pond, the wind gives us a push and stirs the light-dappled leaves on the shore. There, on a branch, a new goldfinch teeters, finally ready to fly.
Under the pond, tadpoles are changing, learning to hop. They're losing tails, growing legs, growing up.
Over the pond, there at the shore, tall and silent and still, a great blue heron stares down into the deep. It tenses, takes one long-legged step,
and strikes! It catches a wiggling quicksilver minnow from where it was hiding under the pond.
Over the pond we drift, heads tipped up to the sun. A woodpecker clings to a teetering pine, digging for ants.
Under the pond, an otter claws for freshwater mussels.
Over the pond, a sleepy dragonfly lands for a rest. His spindly legs tickle my knee.
Under the pond, dragonfly larvae watch what swims by. They catch minnows in monster-fast jaws.
Over the pond, the shadows stretch. Ospreys circle on quiet wings. Raccoons and mink stalk the shoreline for supper. Under the pond, with a flip of a tail, a crayfish disappears into the dark.
Over the pond, we head for home. We glide, swish, bump, right up onto the shore, as a far-off loon calls good night. The sky turns from sunset to dusk to dark. Night settles over the pond, the prowling catfish and drowsy turtles, the scuttling crayfish and tadpoles turned frogs, wading herons and stalking raccoons.
And the hidden world under the pond. The activity we have prepared is a nature walk. Going to your local park is a great way to introduce your kids to the natural world around them. In this footage, you will see recordings from 2 local parks here in San Antonio, Breckenridge Park and the Japanese Tea Gardens. Both of these parks offer very different plants and animals. By doing multiple nature walks in varying locations, you can help your students to expand on their knowledge of the natural world and help them to compare and contrast differences in multiple environments. Nature is the perfect setting to explore, ask questions, and have fun. You can make your science objectives come to life by taking a nature walk and allowing your kids to see the world as they are learning in their own laboratory. Please enjoy the footage from our nature walk. You'll see as we go through the 2 locations, we record the different plants and animals we encounter. This is a great way to help your students identify the animals later on. So this is where you can introduce a notebook and record the animals for later identification. Note differences. You'll see as we go through the different locations, prompts will pop up on each image, and it'll give you things to think about, such as, what does this feather look like? Is it similar to the one I saw earlier? What about these ducks? Are they all the same kind? This leaf is much greener than the other leaf. So you'll see those types of prompts pop up throughout the nature walk, and this is a great way to help your kids really think further and explore the world around them.